As we talk about having high touch with self and being connected to our inner world, it's also important to find our strengths. The concept of miracle and the concept of transcending, I have found working with people can become very esoteric.
Mm-hmm.
And it is esoteric. And at the same time, it's very organic. Because organic and esoteric, or spirituality, soul, subconscious, cells, and physiology are really all the same thing. And that's what's different about the place that I come from, the lens that I look to the world from,
right,
which we now call the interopathic process. But it's about awakening to the strengths, awakening to the oneness of all of those things.
Right.
Living and the dying differently. What is the learning? What is the peace that's in the highest good of my soul right now? And that changes things. It doesn't change what you've said, but it expands it and gives it more depth, don't you think? It becomes divine intervention, but it also becomes my connection to Source.
Yeah.
My listening to my soul.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we need help. Maybe somebody can help us find that and decipher that. But ultimately, what is in the highest good of my soul? What is it that I need to get here? And sometimes that means I learn something and I live for years and I get to share it. Our soul always needs to find meaning and purpose, and our soul always needs to love and give back. That when we find meaning and purpose, something fills up inside of us and there's a shift.
Right.
Now that shift is real. The mantras are wonderful that way because they will quiet. We can't have fear and a mantra at the same time.
No,
they can't coexist because they
coexist.
activate different nervous system processes. And before commercial earlier, we were talking about how the spiritual and the organic are really the same in this lifetime. And that's an example. When people are in anxiety and panic and fear, they're not breathing, they're hyperventilating,
Right.
we take short breaths. The quickest way to quiet them is to change their central nervous system functioning, and that's using breath. The very life force of breath takes anxiety away because anxiety lives in a sympathetic nervous system, to use technical terms. And breathing and relaxation is in what's called parasympathetic. They can't work at the same time. Very similar to using a mantra and connecting to Source and keeping the mantra activated, it changes the molecules, changes your nervous system functioning to that of one in a vibration. Takes you to a vibration, that vibrational place. Takes your body to a more delta wave. You can't be in fear because that's a whole other process.
They can't coexist.
They can't coexist. It's a different door. You have to close one door and open the other. So just by the very nature of how we're built, when we're connected to life force, which is breath, when we chant, we have a mantra, whether it's a Hindu mantra or just words, whatever, but the repetition brings us to a vibration. And it takes us to what's in the highest good. You are so out of fear. Whether you died or lived actually was secondary. What mattered in that moment was what was in your highest good. Because when you're in that place of nothingness, if you will, or complete presence, which I think are also the same thing, then what's supposed to be will be. Period. You can't dictate it. You can't decide it. We have free will. We can wish and intend the living. And that may or may not happen. But what's most important is in that moment where you are.